Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Mitchell Trubisky's Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. Carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Again, it's Howard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Leopard! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Dancing to his left. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
First and goal from the 8. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go now.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. From the gun, Winston. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
we
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Over. No. Check.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be knocked down sideways. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Set. Over. Check. 4 down. Detroit. 29.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Detroit. All right, here we go. Please. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Trubisky to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 10 yards still left on second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And some space here. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
This is Howard on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And out of bounds, where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line, so great field position coming up. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Jameis now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they give this time to the tailback. They had a solid run down inside the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. That'll set them back 5. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Chicago. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Thomas. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. play fake. Winston. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Winston from the gun on third down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go now.
To throw is Winston. Flush to his right, and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Winston. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Let's go now. You ready?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Jameis to throw it. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Jameis on second down. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and 5. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Play clock winding down. Winston now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set! Green, 39! Over! All right, now look at this! Over!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here we go now! Green, 39! Green, 39! No, check, Patriot!
Throwing here, Trubisky. Buying time to his left. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Set! Leopard! Leopard! Watch it, here we go! No, check, Patriot!
A give left side to Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down, Winston. Being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. A first down throw for Winston. And Brake has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Third and short yardage. Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun. Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Thomas. He won't go down. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Winston. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Jameis now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Ready. Got three. Flip.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Green 39, green 39, black 99 Philly, here we go now, green 39, Leopard, let's go,
Now Trubisky on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. They go right back to Howard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Room to run past midfield. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And open left side is Brown. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the 45.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but Looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
319! 319!
Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set! Blue landing! Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. As they run the counter play. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Time running out here on the play clock.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up second down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Deep ball for Goodwin. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Blue Niner. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right there around the 35-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Let's go. Good.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Finding some room at midfield. That's caught by Meredith right side. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky will throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56. Blue Niner. All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, it's Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the kicking team, but the clock shows triple zeros, and this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Buccaneers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.